having a look. R.Boukhiam, the powerhouse goofy out of Morocco. G.Pittar, impressive. Young Australian, very much on the come-up. Samuel Pupo, we know all about what he can do, going real deep into events. And you look at this venue and think about him. From this round, particularly stands out for me just in terms of entertainment. Let's see what Samuel can do here.
That board looking very good, like extra spice to it. You see him that bottom turn, he barely had any speed. You can see the wave kind of flat here. Somehow generates some magic and get that pop up and vertical, get that fin all the way out the back, shifting that weight backwards on the back foot in order to not get the nosedive.
Boards are made really well, but they can break under your feet so quick and so easy. It's unbelievable.
And they're twin brothers.
All right, here goes Boukhiam onto the backhand. Crisp first hit, doesn't have a lot of room, gets up, doesn't get down. Just a bit of a range finder wave there for Ramzi. Can't come and maybe compete in the air with a lot of the Brazilians and that sort of side of the serve. And I think some other parts been ticked off. Just thinking about his skill set, we'll revisit that. We know all about what this guy can do. Pupo rips one off the top with some flow and a wave that's always kind of closing out. He's just good enough to join up those dots.
Not obvious picks as well. Like you see Samuel here, beautiful first turn. A little bit late to the party on that last one, but still got the flair. He needs a backup right now. That's the name of the game today. He can't really be sitting around so much, but the board looking nice as we spoke already. Had a little wobble right there. Maybe that's what delayed him a little bit for this one, but he just looks flawless as well, you know? Like as much as he was late to that one, like it doesn't seem like he's over.
20 minutes with 20 seconds still to go in this. Plenty of time for the likes of Samuel Pupo to get his skates on, up with a lip line projection, float, and then swinging hard, just trying to join up.
Good work for him.
Sammy, he looks fast and quick and just having a great time. I was surprised he went for that last turn.
It was clean, was a little bit bigger. He also had some action from G.Pittar, redirecting the board a little bit more. Maybe getting a third turn right there with the wave dying it out a little bit.
A little bit frantic maybe in there. Meanwhile, let's see what Boukhiam's got to say. Not loads, just a quick punch of a turn.
I guess we'll get back to Sammy after this one, but that was a beautiful crack, just one piece right there for him. Probably gonna get
take away from the wave much, you know, because he's feeling it. He really does look super, you know, clicked in, and the right-handers are all down the line. Front side is not as well rounded as the backhand hit, so maybe that's why he's looking at those rights.
Yeah, when it gets smaller, he seems to really rely on the backhand. I think it's easier for him to fit the body frame to it.
Campaign he put together on the challenges, and that was a turn that really paid off for him. What happened here?
But it looks like Ramzi heard you and he's going to get a left right now.
Here we go.
Yeah, he's taking your advice. He's going left. He's cracking it. First turn, a tight pocket. There's the wrap in the pocket with that big frame. Redirecting, gets the board going the other way. And then not a lot of room on the end.
As you see it right here, this first turn, a little bit late. And then this one, he tries to like muscle through it, but the wave gets a bit flat. And you really need to be light-footed on a day like today in order to generate speed.
He reached for it. Meanwhile, rotation on the backhands. The spin and a grin. Samuel Pupo will stomp that.
Ready to load.
Yeah.
And he's a heavy cat. But this is clean right here. Really quick little three off the top there just to get himself some work done. But Sammy, he's connected.
Yeah, you can see it.
In a way that not a lot of surfers are to his equipment. It's really fun, really unique and fun to watch. That was the wave we saw from the aerial view, I think, that you were calling there, Jesse.
Yeah.
But some fundamentals.
Pupo again, floats over a section. That was great. Loads of amplitude in that turn, loads of spray and spark.
You can see on top of the wave, as you see it right there, that bottom turn generates so much speed for him to crack that one up, redirect the board, and hits it once again. That was nothing really. Difference it makes, we got back to that. Just by the amount of energy, lack of energy Samuel needs to do in order to generate the speed, and how much that approach helps him.
Get the left right. He was just killing himself over it. Oh, here's the quickness of Sammy. having a good time out there. But look at the, in this heat right here, all three surfers are surfing well. Sammy seems to be surfing the best to me, but the scores...
This is what I have in front of me. The waves aren't the best, but one big turn, I get a 4.93, and I'm back in the game.
Samuel right now loading up, a ton of speed, loads of pop. Rotation will be an incomplete one for him. Meanwhile, back at it, Ramzi sets up the float all the way back on the tail of the board to push hard, and the wave not quite matching.
Had to kind of run down the line on this one. That's the problem when you have that low tide, like the transition.
Back at it again, R.Boukhiam, 7.5. Needs to get going here. Touch sticky, maybe to finish that.
He's looking good, man. He just, like we talked about, he just look, he's waiting. But maybe he's just staying in the rhythm there. Just a little replay from G.Pittar, just ditches the fins out of the back really quick. But it's just a grovel on that, really. Just trying to keep it going.
Samuel Pupo showing us some of that form, the versatility really, and the ability to produce scores and performances whatever conditions offer. Here's G.Pittar, he's smooth as ever, wrap to start, and a bit of flair. Very nice as he manages.
Doesn't really capitalize on it, but right here, you were talking about it. You can be 10 feet from your opponent and not be able to get to the wave, even if you had priority. And that was a great wave.
That's the tail, and then revert back. Meanwhile, your heat leader, just flashy. Speed always there. Variety as well. Different maneuvers. It's not repetitive surfing from Samuel.
So Sammy, who got the wave behind, which was this one, ditches out a little bit and kind of, doesn't...
Situation will crystallize shortly when the number comes in for G.Pittar. Meanwhile, Pupo, he'll just keep surfing it backhand, loading up high line, and then the ramp, and then corked out tail help the score. Once Ramzi got an important wave, there's a big hit from the big man. Now it's a little soupy on the face, which is tough to really unload on. A little fire from him. That's what we want to see.
That first turn was big, but then he got a bit sticky on the second and third one.
Maybe a half a point for the next two, he could come up with a good score, right?
But his demand is going to go up, right? Because that's a massive first turn. Loads of spray, but right here, get
just right below the score, I think. But maybe not. You never know.
George getting a two.
His best turn for sure. That's what we just saw. Is it going to be enough when the number comes in? We'll find out soon. Pupo, meanwhile, with the flow. Not a great choice. Final minute 40.
Or 9. But then the rest of it was maybe a half a point each, and then he's going to end up in...
The comeback stronger. Pupo looked good throughout. Ramzi looked really out sorts, to be fair. Didn't look great until he absolutely hammered a right with a big opening turn and a bit of drama to finish that one off. A really entertaining heat. A lot's happened. I think we need a rest.